All right, so I think this is recording. Here we're working within the set of complex numbers, and they're asking us to simplify this product. This time we have three factors. Um, I'm going to zero in and do the multiplication of these two binomials first and get an answer, and then take that answer and multiply it by -6. So for right now, this -6 is just, I always refer to it as just coming along for the ride, because I'm not really going to do anything with this -6 yet. Now, when I look here at this first binomial, um, this first term, we're jumping in and we're taking the square root of -4. Well, that negative radicand is going to introduce the imaginary unit into our answer, because the square root of -1 is defined to be I, and the square root of 4 is 2. So this first term is just 2I, and then the second term, well, that's 3I, because the negative radicand is going to introduce I in our answer, and the square root of 9 is 3. And we know that 2I plus 3I, that in the next line I'm going to write this as 5I. But let's come over here to this next binomial, and we're going to multiply the square root of -16 by 2. Well, what is the square root of -16? Again, that negative radicand introduces I into our answer, and the square root of 16 is 4. So this first term is 2 times 4I, which we know to be 8I. So then we have subtraction, and we've already said that the square root of -9 was 3I. So with this first binomial, since they're like terms, I can combine that to a single term. 2I plus 3I is 5I. And over here, 2 times 4I is 8I, and 8I minus 3I, well, that's another 5I. So we've got -6 times 5I times 5I. Well, I'm still going to stick to my plan of multiplying those two together first. So I've got -6. Well, 5 times 5 is 25. And I times I is I squared. But we know I squared to be equal to -1. If you square both sides of this equation, if you square a radical, the radical goes away. And so we have -6 times, well, that 25 becomes -25 when you multiply it by -1. And -6 times -25 is 150. So that one was a little bit different. When you simplify it, you don't have to go in there and make tables and stuff. I suppose you could, but why do that when you can just multiply the numbers together like we did, simplifying I squared equals -1 along the way. All right, so hey, I hope that helps, and I will talk to you later. Bye.